Hey guys, what's up, DanoToast, and welcome to Dano Advice. I'm here to solve all your problems by giving you guys the best advice possible. For episode 1, we are talking about exams. A huge thank you to Final Fade for today's topic. So yeah, back to the video. I think it's exam season. If I was in school, I would have been working towards exams. Maybe you'll have like big tests because it's half of the year. Either way, whether it's big projects, assignments, or big tests or exams, let me just take a moment, since I'm not in school anymore, to laugh at you and to really enjoy this moment. Just let me have this. When you guys are studying and struggling and just, worrying about exams, I'll be here, sipping my tea. It's none of my business. Wait, I need some water. It's none of my business. Refreshing. Make sure if someone's like one of your friends is like stressing about exams, send them this video. It's gonna be so funny to see the reaction. Anyway, so enough making fun of you. I'll probably make fun of you even more. But tip number 1, make sure you drink lots of water on exam day so that you'll have enough water in your body to cry out lots of tears. Okay, I'll try to be serious. Okay, that wasn't a tip. Don't follow that. You'll probably go to washroom too many times. You'll probably go during the test, and that's not good. Tip number 1 is actually a really good tip. When you're studying for exams or doing a big project, it sucks. Let's be honest, it sucks. If you're like me and I get PowerPoint slides from my class that I usually study off, maybe make notes off of, I would suggest making notes. If you have the time, make notes on the PowerPoint slides to make that information even shorter so that you can just reread that information over and over and over again instead of the PowerPoint slides, because it's a lot of information usually and it gets very boring, and usually just reading doesn't necessarily mean you'll remember. For example, if I asked you to watch this video and then afterwards tell me all the points in this video, you'll say less things or remember less things than if you actually wrote down these points and actually said it after the video. The next tip is, when you're doing this and studying, instead of going through, let's say, one whole PowerPoint slide or one whole chapter, do it where you split it into halves or to quarters. What I would do, I would find a YouTube video. For example, one of my videos, if you're studying, watch half of it. That's it, half of the video. So that way you have the second half that you really want to finish, you really want to watch the rest of, and then you make sure that you say you have to do half of a PowerPoint presentation, study and take notes before you can continue on and finish the rest of the video. It could be with a video game. You could say, I'm going to play one half of a game of FIFA and then the other half only after I finish this chapter, half of this chapter or this page, or make notes, a full page of notes or whatever it may be. You can even do it with Instagram. I'm going to post a photo of me studying and I won't be able to check how many likes I got until I do a certain amount of PowerPoint slides. This way, you're not going, like, let's be honest. You may tell yourself, I'm going to be doing 4 hours of straight studying. You're not going to be doing 4 hours of straight study. Let's just be honest. I've said that before. I've never done it. Maybe half an hour, and then you start browsing around, you get distracted, you go get something to eat, blah, blah, blah. It's important to take breaks. You're supposed to do like 15 minutes of break for every 45 minutes of studying, or is it 30 minutes study, 15-minute break? I don't know. One of those. Take breaks, watch YouTube videos, go do something else. That will definitely help. Number 2 or 3, I'm not going to count these tips anymore. I'm just going to say them. Make sure you start studying in advance, a week or 2. And I know this is hard. Trust me. I told myself before, I'm going to start studying a month before the test. The day before I started studying, okay? So I've tried to study last minute. When I went to the test all the time, what I would remember is things I didn't study last minute. Try start a couple days before. Do the method of what I said with the video or social media, where like even 5 days before, do half a PowerPoint slide each day, and then the last day before studying you can do 2, 3, whatever you're missing left. That way you don't put everything all into the last minute before an exam. You can spread it out over time, and actually the way you memorize things, seeing over and over, letting it sink in, will actually help you to study. Another tip I say is don't cram right before the exam. I've gone to exams with a book open. They're saying, put your books away, and I'm still reading a certain part, trying to memorize it quick. I've never memorized that. I forgot what the hell I was doing. I just had to stress for no reason, so don't do that. If you're like me, you get stressed out with exams. You may feel pressure, you may think you should do well, whatever. That is like the worst thing you could do. Let's say you were a archer. What happens if you get nervous? Your hands will start shaking like this. You won't be able to shoot the arrow properly. I don't even know if that's how you do a bow and arrow. When you go to the exam, if you're nervous, how are you supposed to remember what you learned? When you're nervous, you don't think straight, you're focusing on your breathing, you're focused on the fact that you're sweating, you focus on the fact that you're gonna fail, and then you don't actually know, like, remember the actual answer, and it's not good. The one thing to know, when you're going to the exam, you've done all you could. You can't go back in the past to change something. You can't study more. You can't take out your book in the middle of the exam to look at the answer. You've done what you could. Just use what you know and try your best. Too many times we try to be perfect. We try to live up to some sort of expectations, whether it's ourselves or someone else's expectations of us. Yeah. You just give yourself more stress for no reason. Just go in there, do your best. It's a result. It's a test. Have I failed things? Yes. Have I passed things? Yes. It's not the end of the world to get a bad mark. And you don't even know if you're going to get a bad mark. So answer every single question. I don't care if the question is, what is Abraham Lincoln's middle name? And you say 1995. I do not care. Answer something for the chance that they will give you part marks. You miss 100% of the shots you never take. Even if they were behind your back, weird shots like this, it doesn't matter. Just take a shot and you never know. Finally, just know everyone is in the same position as you. You think everyone in there is confident and they know all the answers? No. I mean, how many times have I gone into exams? I've seen people stressing out, sweating, worrying, someone asking them like, oh, do you remember how to do this? And they're like, no. And they're both like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Like, everyone is in the same situation. Do not stress, do not worry. Do the best you can. Study as best you can beforehand. Go in there, give your all, answer every single question. Most exams have a time limit. Don't necessarily rush, but if you can write faster to answer all the questions, do the best you can with that. Work on questions that have more marks if you're running out of time, so that way you can get more chances to actually get marks. Unless you don't know that question with the most marks and you know every other question that have little marks, then do all the other questions you know, and then leave all the questions you don't know till the end, and then choose the one with the most marks and try to attack that one to try to get more points. I don't know if I covered everything. Oh yeah, if you're like me and you feel like going washroom every time you're nervous, make sure you go washroom right before the exam. If you go during the exam, you're wasting too much time for no reason. Also, if you get panic attacks during the exam, I had one during the exam where I was like, you know in those cartoons where their eyes like pop out? It happened to me like twice. When I looked at the paper, I'm like, I don't know what the hell this is, and I started getting so nervous and panicking. I breathe, relax. It's not the end of the world. Even if you rip up that paper, throw it in the teacher's face, you won't die. Unless, you know, I don't know, but hopefully not. You know what I mean? Like, a bad grade will not kill you, so don't stress. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. The first ever Dano advice. I try to give my advice. I hope it helped. Do not, like, just in case something bad happens and you put me at fault, I did not mean anything bad to happen. I don't want any harm to you. Take my advice as it is. Do not necessarily rely as doctor evidence or expert evidence, but this is what helped me, and I hope it also helps you. Also, another moment of just enjoying the fact that I don't have to do exams again. Just one moment. That feels good. I'm gonna be sipping my tea while you guys have fun doing exams. Feel free to share this with anyone that you know is struggling with exams or just stressed with exams. Hopefully this helps you. Suggest what you want me to talk about next. What advice you want, whether it's a specific situation with you or if it's just general like exams and maybe something else. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, share this video with everyone you know. Follow me on social media, links in the description below. As always, until next time, take care.